Get that. That was it. I love when that clap happens, all my pain just goes away.
It's gone.
Truly, driving here, I'm just like, and I'm like, it all goes away.
And we're back.
And you're doing this intro.
Hello, I am Jason Grobstich.
And I'm Gaby Sandoval.
And this is Self-Projecting, the show where we bring our favorite movies to one another and we never change our opinions on them. And we self-project.
Onto the films.
Onto the films themselves.
Onto the narrative, always.
This week, I brought in The Art of Self-Defense, directed by Riley Stearns.
And I brought in TiMer, written and directed by Jack Schaefer.
So I brought in The Art of Self-Defense, which I saw at the AMC Burbank 8, which is so funny, just the mall, and I had the time of my life. It's like a small little movie about this character, Jesse Eisenberg, and he gets attacked on the street one night, and he starts taking karate lessons to kind of make himself more intimidating. And that's the gist.
That's just, I loved this. Could I just say, I was like, it was my favorite film that you brought to the table this month.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
I loved it so much.
Oh my god, can you explain what spoke to you?
Okay, so I did karate.
Which
I
this.
felt validated watching this film.
How long did you do karate? So you made it to yellow
I made it to yellow belt.
What level is that? I already forgot.
So typically, like, everyone around me got white to orange, but because I was a kid, I got yellow, which is kind of like an intermediate.
Okay, it's in between.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I did get the stripes and everything. I loved it. And then I did a makeup class, and that was my downfall because there was a lot of different levels. And they were doing that kick that was like at the same time kicking.
Oh.
And I'll never forget this. I tried it and I fell and I tried it. And the next memory is me just like rolling over to all these people like helping me up. Oh, no. And then I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm like, quit.
It's like the blurred like.
Yeah, but like the rules, like,
is she okay?
Never quit. Quitters never win. We used to have to say those rules.
That's like an actual thing?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Do it. I used to be able to count in Korean.
Whoa.
I still can't. I don't do it right now, but
like I'm not about to get fact checked, okay?
They're like that.
And don't you think? But that's so funny. I did not know you did karate, and that gagged me.
I'm gonna admit something really embarrassing. I was that kid who did karate for the talent show.
Roll the tape, please. Wait, can we find?
I was in 3rd grade and I did it to I bought the Mortal Kombat soundtrack.
Did you do kung fu fighting?
No, I did Mortal Kombat.
Oh, okay, you did it too. Okay.
And then I remember a 5th grader. I remember a teacher coming up to me being like, "Eric would like to use your tape," and I'm like, "I'm professional."
Wow.
I was like, and then I made a compromise. I'm like, if we merge our sets together, which I shouldn't have done because he had a fucking stick and was like spinning it, and I was like, it was my favorite because I would do my forms and then always edit.
Oh my god.
I reset. But my favorite thing about this film was, why were they so mean to Jesse Eisenberg? But like the undercurrent commentary on like this culty. I think health and fitness is culty.
Oh, absolutely. And especially in LA.
This perpetuated, that like it really like showed us, because I remember even when I was doing yoga, it's like when the teachers start believing in you and then it becomes kind of like projecting like ideology and projecting like your life's going to change and I'm responsible for your life changing.
What I really respond to on top of that, like fitness being a cult thing, because they really do like to act like they're going to change. I'm the reason your life is about to change.
Yeah, or like honestly,
and I'm the only one who can teach it.
Yeah, and like getting fit is a journey, and I think it's truly personal. So I love how they're like, I'm responsible, make it about me. Mm-hmm. That's when I'm like, actually, I'm shutting down.
Yeah, and now I'm off.
Yeah,
like I don't like anyone who claims to have all the answers. And that's also, I'm like, how many of you can there be?
Alessandro, that actor, was incredible. He killed it with like his dryness. At the end, when he's like, I know your name's Leslie, he's like,
I can make you a black belt.
I'll give you free class. I'll make you a black belt. I'll do whatever you need me to do.
It's like, you see me. The main thing that I took away from this was like the very toxic masculinity and like the cycle of it, because by the end it's like, you know, you think he's gonna be, at least how I viewed it, like gonna perpetuate the same stuff because he takes over the class, but then he's like, I'm gonna give it to Imogen Poots, like character, and like you take it away because I've seen you actually be compassionate. And so it's like a nice thing to see, like, because she saves his life when they were attacking on the street. Like she was the one who's like, I think we should go, I hear sirens.
Yeah, the reveal is he gets beat up by people unknown. Come to find out, it was the dojo he was a part of. It was the classes. So he feels betrayed and played. I love when he sees the tape of himself like fists. What was the name of like the tape? Which I love.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And Faces of Fist volume 13.
He was in deep. Oh my God.
So it's like realizing that the people who saved me actually were the ones who abused me.
Which isn't that kind of like always a thing
cycle,
too? It's like, oh, that's why I'm here is because you're making me feel like I have to be here. Like that's also goes back to like the fitness classes and like nutrition and stuff. It's like,
that's why
I didn't even think about all of this and now you're making me think about it. And now I feel like I'm stuck because like you put me into this cycle. So that's really interesting too. Like I just unlocked that layer right now.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Imogen Poots' character I really love because she really was about that life.
Yeah, I
love
loved
I've been
her.
a part of this dojo. I've done it all. That's why I love when she gets the lesson I learned is she was teaching classes and then she didn't get promoted. And in my heart I was like, having done assistant work and like, I'm like, the key is don't be good at everything because they will take advantage of you and not promote you.
Absolutely.
Like when I saw that, I was like, this dumbass guy told me once, he's like, don't be good at getting coffee. Yeah. I wasn't, and look at me, I'm the head of a department. And I was like, that sucks, but it's so real.
But it's real because we've seen it happen.
And
we're also too good at it.
Doing the most and doing the best, and it's kind of like, he's like, well, you're doing it all, might as well keep you down, and like, why promote you and lose you?
Yeah, like I need someone to be fulfilling this position,
role.
And I know no one else is going to do all this.
Which is why at the end, I love when she ends up becoming the new sensei. And she's like, I want to lead this with compassion, and I was like, you know what? True teachers need to lead with kindness, and which is why I love that Jesse Eisenberg takes over the kids because I'm like,
that's so
like teachers matter, and like, and also talk about Jesse Eisenberg boosting morale. He gets the whole team belts. I love that part. He's like, I love my yellow belt. I want to keep wearing it. And he gets like 50 made. And I was like, he is a teacher.
He really is.
With kind, and everyone was like, thank you so much.
And truly seeing the potential of who should be leading to, like, he delegated. He's like, it's not even me.
He believes in a matriarchy at the end.
He does. I liked that it had a, because it gets very dark and like, you're like, oh shit. But it actually has like a heartwarming ending, which I didn't see coming at all. Because I was like, oh no, like it's just all doom. But yeah, it really was like, I'm going to be the voice of a new generation where you don't have to be so angry and like...
Yeah, you could defend yourself and you don't need to like be hurt.
Without attacking people. Yeah. Like you don't have to go seek out and like attack people, which is what this old sensei was like.
Because when the movie started, like you, I was nervous. Because like Jesse Eisenberg tends to play these characters that are so awkward. But this was his role.
I know, isn't it funny?
He was so great. He paid it off so amazing. And I really did feel bad. Like, he's crying in the car when he couldn't defend himself, even after he's taken the classes. He has this wiener dog that ends up getting murdered.
Yeah, you texted me during this.
Yeah, I was like,
don't ever kill the dog.
But he gets revenge, and I love... And my favorite part, which I literally was clapping, was he ends up killing the sensei with a gun. And it's like, and then he shoots him immediately, and then goes up to him, and is like, I thought of what to say to you after I shot you.
I've been thinking a lot lately about what I would say to you after I killed you. I came up with 2 things.
And that is my philosophy of like, monologue after you kill him. So I was like
always
clapping
after,
my hands.
Yeah, you did talk about that at one point. You're like, why do we always do it before?
Tears. If there's a villain, I'm shooting you and then I'll do my monologue at your dead body. And he ends the cycle. He like he puts his finger with blood because he like kind of feeds into the folklore of like, I killed him with one finger and I'll do to y'all.
Well, isn't that funny too? That was a funny callback of like, because the lore of the original sensei, like the founder was like, he killed someone with one finger. We realized he probably also had a gun.
The sensei was like, people with guns are weak. And Jesse Eisenberg's like,
he's like, yeah, but I'm kind of alive, you know, which is like, whoa, is this like kind of pro-second amend?
His character really resonated with me. I don't know, I really loved him.
I know.
Oh my god, his dog's on there.
He made the poster.
But symbolism, the vet was like, he seemed to have been punched.
This was a great delivery.
But it was like by a foot. And he like immediately knows it's someone. And then he's like, but there was blood on his teeth, so he gave up a good fight. Knowing that the dog fought for himself.
Which kind of beautiful that he taught his kid like to fight back. Like, oh.
And then he ends up finding the bite mark on someone in his dojo and is like, you're dead to me.
I got you, dude. I like the writing too. It's very deadpan, so if you're not into that, that's pretty much all it is. But it's so funny.
I love that you say that because halfway through watching Jesse, I was like, I wish I was a boring person.
Yeah.
He has a house. It shows me what I care about. I'm like, he has a house, he has a dog, he has great furniture, he lives alone, great job. I was like, sometimes it's the simple
his life looked great.
He had a routine, you're in shape.
Yeah. I think it's funny, like,
you're not missing anything, babe.
I feel like the more I'm in this biz, which I've been out of this whole year, but like, so why am I even saying it? But
we're on hiatus.
the more I do see examples of someone living like a very normal, like low-key life, I'm like, I don't look down on it like I used to when I was a teen.
Oh, you look down on it.
Or, because I had that. I was like, I'm going to be in LA and be like in the movie stuff and like blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. We
and
realize how much of your time it takes away from you. Him,
yeah,
like, not having a job for all those weeks, he was able to, like, pursue a hobby.
He pursued a hobby and, like, got kind of pretty good at it. And I was like, I don't know. I was like, he does have a beautiful life. Why do we think that's bad or boring?
I know what I'm saying. I was aspiring to be him.
I want to be him.
I was like, maybe I didn't. I was mad at him because I was like, I want what you have.
Yeah. I feel like so many fitness people they always end up in like some scam too that's like revealed later on in their lives. Like, actually, what I was Herbalife? Teaching was not even real. Yeah, not even tested at all. Like, I was just doing this and y'all were buying it. But honestly, I could like start one right now and just like probably be rich by the end of next year. Just lying. And that's so sad.
I know, maybe I'll bleep this out. Like, we were just at a mansion of the creator of
You could just beep out the company, but yeah.
Yeah, we were recently at a mansion of a mogul in fitness.
Yeah. And that's money though. And like, I don't know what that program was at all.
The thing is that I will give them is they do have the guns and they do have the strength. I think the thing we need to work on is matching their strength.
Yeah.
So but keeping our hearts to be like, I have this and that.
Yeah.
You guys are like,
you're kind of on a different plane that I don't even know where you're at.
Clearly they're not happy is what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, they don't have inner health. I mean, we project onto them like, you must because you look great, but you're not happy inside.
You're not happy. Like, this is all you're thinking about.
You're a rotten person.
Yeah, you're rotted. Yeah.
As I said, it was one of my favorite. I have so many things written on this envelope that
my God.
Unemployment's out.
First of all, the unemployment's out.
Everyone wants to make a point.
Okay, so now what did you bring to the table?
I brought in 2009's TiMer, written and directed by Jack Schaefer, who a lot of you know of and don't even realize you do because she's like head writer of WandaVision and she co-wrote Black Widow, which was snubbed, because that whole debacle with it coming out in the pandemic.
I know, there was a lot of
and it was an amazing story. So Jack Schaefer is an
and WandaVision's great too. I was
amazing
invested in WandaVision. So yeah, I think she's great.
I saw this movie when it came out. It's funny because I graduated high school around this time.
Oop.
Aging myself. But it follows the story, it follows the lead Emma Caulfield, and it's a time in a world where this new technology comes out called the TiMer, which will count down the day second you meet your soulmate. And she has a blank timer because in order for it to work, your soulmate needs to have one as well. Mm-hmm. And clearly hers does not. And it follows her dealing with finding the love of her life in this weird world. And I love this movie because like the commentary of like the apps and the desperation to find love and what love even means, and when you have it, when you find it, like how even when you have the answers, you don't. Mm-hmm. So that's that in short.
It was great, yeah, because it's one of those movies you watch and you're like, you'll want to talk about after, like, would you do this thing, and like, what is your stance on love, and like, is there only one soulmate you can have, and even if that was true, like, does it mean you shouldn't date?
Yeah.
To try to find the one, so I think, because people are very picky in this day and age, which is fair, but, like, they don't even want to, like, date at all, like, even try, like, no, if I don't even like him at all, like, if I don't think that he's husband material right away, then no.
How do you know that, though?
So that's what I'm saying, so, like, to remove the aspect of, like, dating and even trying things out and maybe going on a few bad ones, or just, like, dating different types of people, it's just, like, we don't want to do that at all. And so that's what this movie made me think about. Because she is like, I'm not even going to bother dating or even trying to hook up with anyone because I'm waiting for my soulmate.
She tends to date people without timers because her soulmate doesn't have one. And
yeah.
then she dates them for a bit and then she's like, let's go get you a timer. And then theirs always goes off and they're like, oh my God, my timing's perfect. I'll be finishing my master's. And she's like, her sister has a timer and she's going to find love at like 43. So she feels like that's so old. And I'm like, that's actually kind of okay.
Yeah. Well, because she's like, I'm turning 30 and like, oh my God.
She feels old. And I'm just like, I kind of love that commentary. The spinster's never going to go away in storytelling.
Yeah.
It's like the women that, it's like, they're always going to find something to bash a woman on. You're not in love. You don't have a kid. You don't have a job. You don't have this.
Yeah.
So
well, that's very real.
I blame her for like feeling insecure in that way. But she's a dentist in LA.
Yeah.
She's killing it.
Again, someone who's kind of doing good without anything else.
I was jealous. I was like, you have a routine. You run every morning.
Yeah. You're kind of doing good. But like her mom is perpetuating what overall like America perpetuates, which is like,
you got to find your soulmate, honey.
16.
I love the writing in this. Yeah. Because her brother gets a timer and then he's going to find his soulmate in 3 days. And she's like, 3 days?
With 3 days?
That's bullshit.
Which is crazy if you think about it too. And that's another thing that was like thought-provoking to me, because it's like, would you even want to know that in high school? Like, I would not be ready for that at all.
But the science does say it's like, we're letting you know when you meet them.
Yeah.
When you end up with them is a different story. Because there's different, like, come-ups. It's like, you first met and you have all these, like, you don't actually get together for, like, 11 years. Or you actually hate each other when you meet each other. It's like, that part's up to you.
Yeah. But even knowing that, wouldn't that ruin it a little? I mean, not ruin it, because it still would end up, I guess.
Yeah, you don't get that cheesy monologue. I always knew it was you.
Yeah. You kind of take away the romance of it, which is like...
Yeah, I go back and forth. And sometimes I'm like, I would do it because then I could just chill. But then again, I'm realizing I am chilling now.
Is that getting that answer truly going to calm you down? Like, I don't think it would.
No, because as we find out, Una falls in love with this like checkout guy who has a timer, so she just lets herself have fun.
Yeah.
And they get along, and he really falls for her. And then the reveal is he actually doesn't have a timer.
Fake.
He has a fake timer on because he's trying to
just
like chill out.
6 on.
And then she gets in her head of like, you could possibly be the one.
Yeah.
And then come to find out he's not. She has another soulmate who was getting along with her sister.
You got a timer?
Yeah, I did.
When did yours start counting down?
Last night. Steph.
Incidentally, I may have made things worse by inviting Mikey.
So
Which that
I
was
love
tea
the twist
too.
and turn.
Yeah.
And then she kind of realizes like, damn, I could have like loved, and I could have like, I kind of loved it when I didn't have the timer.
Didn't know.
She's like, because I actually loved when I was just with you. And that's what I'm saying.
Stop sweating my future like you told me to. I was just with you and I loved it.
This woman found her soulmate and still was like, but
But there was still like a sadness of like ending
was
it,
somber.
which is
with
what
her
I'm
love.
saying. It's like, it's not necessarily wrong to date
And fall, and have loves
fall
before
in love.
you meet your one.
Yeah, if
'Cause
that's how
'cause
your
it could-
story
it could
goes.
prepare you to like love your partner better.
Well, because she also brought
Or
up a good
love
point.
yourself more.
Yeah, exactly. You like have to date to learn. I mean, you don't have to date to learn about yourself, but like it helps a little bit if you're trying to be in a relationship. If you're trying to be in a relationship, you have to like date and like learn about that side of you. But what I also liked is her mom and her have a conversation about like, well, you can't say that I was the kid you're meant to have, because her mom was divorced and then found her soulmate.
On the timer.
But you can't
It's like
talk
you
about
can't just
Paul
say
being your
I was meant to
soulmate
be
and
here
you
and then
being the
also
daughter you were meant to
say
have
you
in
were
the
never meant to
same
date,
breath.
be
Those
married
are
to
two
my
different
dad
paths.
in the
It's
same
counterproductive.
sentence. So there's another element of it where it's
Yeah.
like,
And I also love that commentary. Like a lot of people are birthed not out of love. Like that's real. Like your existence comes
Yeah.
from random combustion of events.
and with like just those kids would just simply not be then, which is like kind of sad.
Yeah, my favorite thing too is just going to like. I just love that like love is truly a risk, and you have to.
Yeah.
It's cringe and it's cheesy, and you have to put yourself on the line, and you never know who you're gonna fall for. She falls for this guy who's like 7 years younger than her.
He was
and good for
22,
her.
yeah,
And
yeah. He
she
had all
was
the
like-
4 roommates.
But she had so much fun with him, and he was
Yeah.
so cute and so sweet, and like it's just nice to be with someone who's kind and
Mhm.
communicative. And he was like, "I really like you, dude."
He was great,
He was
'cause
like, "I
he's-
actually love you," and she was like,
Because he was set up kind of to be like, oh, this is going to be a fling. Like,
Yeah,
he's
your timer's gonna go
whatever.
off in
He's
2
22.
months,
He
it's
lives with
not-
roommates. Like, but then
Because he
still,
doesn't
like, even then,
believe
she's
them.
like, oh, you're too young. Like, what? I'm not gonna actually date you. Like,
And
but
then
then
she
they do, and I think
does.
it's beautiful. But then, of course, it's stripped away right when she learns she's about to get her timer removed, and then
Mm-hmm.
it beeps, which I called. I was like, this would be, but I'm not mad about it because
Yeah,
like
she's
kind of
about to
perfect
get-
writing in a way. I'm like, yeah, we needed the drama.
I love the society too. Some people do get their timers removed because they're like, listen, no one's gonna tell me who I love. Because like,
Yeah.
her dad has a girlfriend, and the girlfriend's like,
Yeah.
listen, he's not my
Your dad
soulmate, but fuck
isn't
it,
my
I love
one,
him.
But I love
Yeah.
him.
And I was like, that's
Which
cool.
that's interesting
And also
too.
like lets you know like, do you choose who you love? Can you
Right.
convince yourself to stay in love with someone?
Desmond Harrington's character, he was married and his wife died,
And he
and
said
he didn't
that
have
was
the
love in
timer
his
at that
life.
point,
Yeah.
but he was like, I know that I don't need one because I know that it was my love. But then he does
He
get the
gets one,
timer.
and Emma Caulfield's his soulmate.
So that's what I'm saying. So then does that devalue his wife who
Does
he
it
thought was his soulmate? I don't think so. So then I think he truly did have 2. So I don't know. It's
How many-
interesting.
do you think you have more than one soulmate in this realm?
I think you absolutely can have more than one. I hate the idea of the one
Yeah.
because it's kind of bullshit. Like
I want to meet
billions
at
of
least
people,
one in
you
this
have one
lifetime.
person. No.
I want to meet at least one soulmate in this lifetime.
Yeah,
Just to
it's a matter of
just
if
to
you
see
meet
if it's
them.
what it's all cracked up to be. We're like, hey.
Send a soulmate her way. But then there's also the like things of like soulmates don't have to be lovers. They can be friends. They can be like your family. They can be, there's all these things. So I don't know.
Let's be specific to the universe.
Yes.
Jason, I will say, is like a little, not matchmaker, but he's kind of psychic. He always
try to be psychic.
He predicts when I'm going to meet people.
I'm your timer.
He's my personal timer. He hasn't been right yet, but the other day he predicted April 25th, 2024.
Something's going to happen with
a partner
in that space.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see.
I'm marking this now on camera to be like, so.
I better be.
I want to do the.
I better be right.
April 25th, 2024.
I did sit down. I was like, I'm really getting April 25th.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So we'll see. I root for it because again, like this is what this movie taught me. Even if it's not the one you're gonna marry or whatever, even if you don't want to marry, like just the one you're gonna be with. Let it teach you something. It helps you, but not really.
You still get it, and you're still not going to know it. Even if you get it,
you're not going to know what to do with it.
To use it.
You got to still be ready for it, like in your heart.
Whoa, that was deep. I felt attacked there. You have to be ready for it, and that's why it's not working. That's why I got to wait till April 2020, April 25th, 2024.
When is it happening? April 25th, 2024. That's Gabby's timer.
I also just want to talk about the distribution. Jack Schaefer, do you not want this movie to be seen?
Oh my god, we couldn't find it.
We went down a Reddit thread, and I loved seeing everyone was like, can't find this movie. We'll never see this movie.
Dude, where is the file?
On Reddit, you promised a file, and we don't have it.
We don't have it. He was going to upload it to Dropbox, but I don't know. Is this legal to even say?
I know. You're going to get like...
Let's just say we found it.
Beep, 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 beep. Name was supposed to send us a file. We did some like surfing online to watch this movie. But
we found the film.
This is why it's important to buy film when it comes out.
This is a good rep. Yeah, like let's rep physical media. Because we wouldn't have had this problem if it was on DVD. Which it's also, I couldn't find it on DVD.
The only DVD that exists is a Region B from Germany or something like that.
Why is it only in Germany?
It's an international disc that won't play on US players.
Okay, who distributed, I need to know why.
I need to start speaking German.
Good.
He needs to flirgen. Visa flirgen.
Is that real?
Oh.
Sweetie, I can't publish that.
Yes, you can. I'm German. It doesn't matter. I actually am German.
Wow.
I'll learn it for us so we can watch the Region B Blu-ray of this that's only out of Germany for some reason.
We gotta discuss Throughline.
They need to bring it to the new Bev. Anyways,
Oh yeah, Quentin, bring this to the new Bev.
What if it's on the January? It'll be another step in your like producing power because you put American History X on the map here.
I tend to curate geography.
You say like a movie that hasn't been brought up in a while, and then it's like playing at one of the
American
theaters here in LA. Yeah.
New Beverly, it's playing blank.
So okay, timer for January New Bev. Let's go.
I think it'll be February for Valentine's Day.
Okay. Another prediction here. Through lines for these.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
I think it's I think they both deal with love. Like he's dealing to love him and accept himself, and she's dealing to. I think they're both characters who need to deal with loving themselves first and foremost to be able to like fulfill like a bigger dream or need of theirs.
Yeah, that might be it exactly.
Oh.
And both are like overcoming ideas about the world.
Like they're both taking risks and doing things that scare. So like they're both putting themselves out there.
Yeah, based on like traumas, because like hers with the parents, and then or her mom really pushing this perspective, and his with like his incident getting
beat up.
It's
like,
shifting worldviews, and like how can you adjust to that after you've kind of lived that way.
Moving on. And another independent film with Yellow. What an incredible
really good
episode.
What an amazing app. Wow. I love these movies. Both these movies are great.
They're both awesome watches. Like I said, this is a movie I will watch again.
But yeah, I'm glad we got to watch TiMer together because we were like really it was conversation sparking. We were like, damn,
the
I had a
whole
lot
time being like, whoa.
I was like, well, and there were twists and turns. Like, okay, wow. Well, what are you bringing next week?
Oh my god, what am I bringing? What is that? Okay. Next week I'm bringing in My Life Without Me, starring Sarah Polley.
And I am bringing in Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events, the film from 2004.
Jim Carrey. I'm Gabby Sandoval.
And I'm Jason Grobstich.
This is Self-Projecting. See you next week.